Good morning everyone, my name's Mike. I'm the Senior Termite Manager for Ecofriendly Pest Control. We've been called out to Wembley today for a client. We're doing a termite management system. The client has found some possible termite activity in the yard and he's decided to put a termite management system in place for his house. So we'll go through all the steps today. Please follow me. We're doing a perimeter barrier around the outside of the house, and it also has a subfloor. So we'll be treating both of those areas. The first thing we need to do on these jobs is to find out if there's been any previous termite management system in place, and there's a couple of ways of doing that. The first is to see any physical evidence. So please follow me. So we'll clean down the area. So what we can see here is evidence of previous holes. If you have a look here, there's a hole here and there's a hole here. Now these holes are quite wide apart. They're about 1 metre apart, which tells me that this system was done a long time ago. The Australian standards now are 200 millimetres apart and 150 millimetres off the wall. So this system has been put in a long time ago, which means a new system has to be put in place now. Now the second way to tell if a management system has been put in place is by durable notice. Now durable notice is a sticker that's normally in the meter box, which tells you everything about any other system that's been put in place. So follow me and we'll have a look in the meter box. Okay, there's a couple of stickers here and they show us different things. The first sticker here is for a termite inspection only. So you can see the last inspection was done here in 2011. And then the second sticker here, you can see the termite management system was put in place. The last was 2003. And they've previously done an inspection after that in 2006. So all this information tells me that the termite management system is out of date. The client has called us in today because there's hazard areas for termites in the yard. So let's go for a walk and we'll have a look at those areas. One of those areas is this tree. It looks susceptible to termite activity, so we'll be taking a closer look at that later on. So we're here at the side of the house, which is where the kitchen and the bathroom is located, which is the wet areas of the house. This is a high risk area. So we're going to make sure that we do the barrier very well here. And what's been happening is the water has been cascading on the pavers back towards the house. The pavers that were here were quite up and down, so we've actually removed the pavers and we're going to be trenching along here. And once we've finished trenching and putting the chemical in and putting the soil back, then we'll relay the pavers so it hasn't got so much of a fall for when it rains. This is a very high risk area on the property. What's been happening is this is a very dark, damp corner because of the overhang for the trees. So a lot of moisture has been holding in here. And what the previous people have done that own the property, they've actually put a lot of timber in here. And the timber has been sitting on the ground, been getting wet, and there's wood rot that's been occurring in this timber. It's a very high risk area for termites. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat this area, and then we've advised the client to remove all the timber out of the way, off the property, and then he's going to cut back all this tree. One more thing I must add, timber against the house. It's the same as the timber against here. You must, if you want to stack it there, you must stack it away from the house slightly and put it up, so you have air circulation going around. The same as the termites may have a possible attack here and may have possibly attack the shed, they'll do the same to the house. If you've got timber stacked up against the house, it will get wood rot, which will attract the termites, and then a possible attack against the house as well. I would like to now talk about the importance of doing a termite management system on your house. We get a lot of calls where people have active termites in their house and they haven't had a management system put in place. We come and treat the active termites and then we put that system in place. It should be the other way around. A property owner should put a management system in place for the possible attack of a termite coming in. Your house is worth a lot of money. You need to put a termite management system in place to avoid further attack. We do a lot of houses with a lot of damage. Please see our videos. A lot of people have not put their termite management system in place, and consequently a lot of damage has been done. Right, so please give us a call any time of the day. We'll give you all the advice we can. We'll come out to your property and we'll talk you through the process. But we advise a termite management system be put in place on your house. So now we'll have a look at the actual termite management system that's been put in place. So follow me and we'll have a look around the house. So around the house here we've got existing concrete. So we drill holes, 12mm holes, 150 millimeters off the wall, 200 millimeters wide, and we inject chemical into the soil. If you remember at the front of the house, I showed you the holes were approximately 1 metre wide. That was the old standard. So the management system was put in place a long time ago. These are the new standards. So we do everything to Australian standards today. This shelving unit was found inside the shed. And what's been happening was there was some water damage coming through the roof and had been dripping down, and where this was sitting up against the wall had termite attack through because of the water damage. So he's removed this from the shed. We'll be treating this as a precaution, and then this will be taken to the tip. We've drilled the holes on the outside perimeter of the house. Now we're inside the house to do the subfloor. With the subfloor, on this particular job, there's a hole cut in the floor, we call a trap, that we're going to access through to spray the subfloor. So that's how we get into the subfloor. This subfloor has quite a lot of space. It's easy to get around in. A lot of the subfloors we do are quite narrow, and we have people that can get into those narrow areas. We go to the very end of the subfloor. We start from that end and then we work all the way through to make sure we get the coverage all the way through. This subfloor is quite a good subfloor, like I said previously. It has holes in between the footing that you can get through to other rooms. Some houses don't have that access, and we need to cut traps in every single room. This house is not like that. It's quite an easy subfloor to do. So follow me and we'll start spraying. So we've now drilled the holes around the perimeter of the house. Now we're going to inject the chemical in. So we have a probe which will inject the chemical underneath the concrete into the soil areas. So we've finished the termite management system around the house. We've drilled all the holes, we've injected with chemical, we've done the subfloor. We've just cleaned down this area, and the last thing to do is to plug all the holes. And what this does is it stops any rain or water from when someone might wash down the patio going through into the holes. So this is the last step in the termite management system. We've now done the job today. We've effectively protected the house from any further termite attack. It's very important for houses to get a termite management system in place. If you want the job done, call Ecofriendly.